today here is that the stones arrived yesterday, the 23 tons. We have some cut-off pieces of these sections, which will become elements later on. But in these 3 blocks, there's alcoves that each one will be handled somewhat differently. At this stage, as you can see, I'm still marking where I'm going to cut. I have not a fixed idea because I worked very hard to get to the volume. The volume fits the site, and now I have the freedom, once they've come here, to create, to follow the architecture, the landscape, the play of sunlight and shadow. And as we've been standing here this afternoon, there's wonderful little events that no way could I have predicted would happen. There's light and shadow that goes on the relief that's basically a hidden part, and that will remain. These will remain. Everything else is up for creative texture, surface, form. It will change. There's certain things that happen that are very beautiful that have to be lost as you're carving through the stone. Sometimes you have concepts like all of these will be developed deeper, and certainly more like a human body form. But if something beautiful is happening, it might just stay there, and we say, well, we'll change the plans a little bit.
And what sparked this idea from you?
Well, I have done primarily figurative work. My public work is figurative, and I always had something called a plinth, is what the figure lays on, the plinth, and I would have seating areas. So I started realizing how much I enjoyed people sitting on the sculpture. And the other part is, how do you get people to touch your sculpture? You make them sit inside of it or sit on it. And that was the beginning of a whole new series. I've done figurative, I do organic twisting forms. This is a new avenue. And as I'm standing inside my own stone, I never had the opportunity at the Stone Yard to be standing inside this. I see that this is just such an exciting direction because the viewer becomes part of the sculpture. Anybody who comes in here is part of the sculpture. See, I should have said that to him. I forgot to say that. But to me, that's a real exciting thing. And this articulate young man, he expressed what a lot of people are going to feel. Oh, what's that? Oh, what is that? I'm curious. What's going on? Yesterday I came here and it didn't look like that. What's happening? And then when it's finished, it belongs to the people who use it.
Are there going to be seats inside each designated cove, or?
This will be, as you see, I call this the lover's alcove because you're sitting close and it's kind of blocked off. This one is very open. This is out to the world. People are waiting for their friends. You know, people are shopping and they say, I'll go over and meet you at the stones. And they can sit here and read while they're waiting. When their friends come, they can see them because this is very out into the open. You're waiting for someone to come pick you up, you can sit here. And on the other side, it's kind of closed off also in a different way. It's just a little more private. And you're away from the flow of traffic. So if you're sitting over here, you can probably a much quieter seat. And in the back here is the child's alcove. Now, some adults, I could fit in here, but basically this is for children. And there's going to be a garden here, and to make it like an enchanted space. There actually is going to be, the garden is going to invade upon the stone, and eventually, I imagine they're going to merge a lot. In the beginning, probably not so much, but as time goes on, I generally look at my sculpture as being part of nature. Nature made it. I get the blocks. I destroy the blocks. Then when I say it's finished, I give it back to nature. And whatever nature does to it is fine with me.